So I show up like LeBron James did this past weekend. Woo! You see how that little introduction just went? How that transition just was made?
To saying LeBron had a great weekend?
Yes.
He had a great weekend.
I'm talking about historic. Monumental.
Whoa. See? This shit I be See? You make me curse.
The Lakers.
The guy makes me curse.
The Lakers are back.
This is what I be talking about. See, when I was in LA and I said, oh, LeBron hit a game winners against the Celtics, that's classic. You said back to me, can't no classic in a regular season game? Exact words.
Yes.
Exact words were, can't have no regular season classics. And I brought up the whole Duke North Carolina thing. You were like, that's different.
Yeah, it's different. It's college. It's rivalry.
No,
you have a lot of classics.
Lakers Celtics is a rivalry.
It is.
Number one, you told me I was wrong. But then what you just said just now, how it was monumental. You can't have monumental moments in regular season games.
It was the significance and the clarification that the Lakers are back.
Let's be clear about one thing. I'm a LeBron fan. You're not. I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm a LeBron fan.
I'm now a LeBron fan.
You are
plays for
not
Lakers.
a LeBron fan. You're a Laker fan.
Yes.
Am I correct by saying that?
Yes.
So
I support LeBron now.
You support LeBron. I support LeBron first, Lakers second. You support Lakers first, LeBron second.
Yes.
So, because he did something to help the team, now, it's a monumental moment. And you can't have monumental moments unless it's postseason. Is what you basically told me last week when I said the Celtics, it was a classic game, Celtics versus Lakers.
Your only reason for saying that it was a classic game last week was that LeBron hit a game-winning shot.
It wasn't about the game winner.
You didn't say anything about the Lakers.
It was different because I was there to see it.
That's what made it classic. Maybe because you were in the building. But no.
The building's always different.
The Lakers returning to prominence and being the
there are 49 or 40, what are they, 48 and 13? Their return has been all season. The record's been great.
But this is the first time we beat back-to-back good teams.
That's not the first time. They're 49 and 13.
But listen.
You don't get that way without beating back-to-back good teams.
I'm telling you, man, it's been a rough season for us.
You mean back-to-back title contenders.
Well, yeah, that too. But like outside of this weekend, it was hard for us to compete against a good team. The Bucks beat us. The other LA team beat us twice. I'm not going to say their name because they're not even worth it.
No, they're worth it. No. They're worth every. Don't be disrespectful.
The other LA team beat us twice with the fake guy who wants to call himself the king of LA.
Bucks beat him twice too, right?
No, Bucks just beat him once.
Wow.
But he can't even play every game of the season. I don't know how you claim yourself to be the king. You can't play every.
He's only been out 13 games this season.
Only?
13 games is not a lot in an 82-game season. He's still playing 70 games.
13 games is a lot.
Paul George missed 22 games.
They're both bad.
No one said nothing about Paul George.
I will.
Why, he ain't the king of L.A.?
No.
First of all, I told you can't be the king of L.A. in a Clippers uniform. It's not going to happen. It don't matter if they win the title this year. You're still the king of L.A.
Look.
They'll never get it. They beat LeBron twice this year. And the coverage for him beating them once, monumental.
That's monumental.
The coverage.
The coverage.
Like LeBron beat Clippers. It's like, is he the greatest? Right now, Stephen A. Smith. Right now, LeBron's the best player in the world. Stephen A., sit down. You didn't say that shit all year. What? All of a sudden, you got stuff to say?
LeBron made a good stake for himself because not only did he beat Giannis and Kawhi back-to-back nights, not back-to-back nights, but
back-to-back games.
Yeah, back-to-back games in the same weekend. He guarded them both.
Not the whole game, though.
I mean, nobody guards anybody the whole game. You just lick your cup.
I wanted to get the soda off of it. It was like I didn't want to drip down, and it'd be sticky when I wanted to grab it.
I never saw a grown man lick a cup.
I seen some lick cocks.
Oh my God! Okay, we're not going there. We're not going there. But bottom line is, LeBron James has made a good stake for himself to reclaim his crown as the best basketball player in the world.
I mean, reclaim it means he gave it up to somebody. Who did he give it up to?
He didn't give it up, but he got hurt, and it got taken last year with Kawhi.
So you think Kawhi was the king of whatever? And him saying he was the king of LA in that commercial was some truth to that.
Why? I mean,
You just said it.
yeah, he could think that, but like, I don't know, the media. Did we jump to conclusions with Kawhi? Like, did we jump the gun on him? And I love watching Kawhi because he's a cold-hearted killer.
The Raptors you see what they're doing. They were good without Kawhi.
But they ain't the same.
They were good. Not the same, no. But they're 45 win team. They're second in the East. Second best record in the East.
It's not saying much.
Well, what do you mean? That means they're competing. What I'm saying is that was a good team around Kawhi. But let's be clear. Had KD not got hurt, had Klay Thompson not got hurt, he's not a champion. At least not last year.
That's disrespectful.
You think so?
I mean, he's already a champion because he won before that, but he wouldn't have led his team to the title, is what you're saying.
I felt like they struggled with those guys out. They struggled, I felt like.
It wasn't.
I felt like it was a struggle.
Nah, Kawhi deserves to be he deserves the credit he got.
The performance that Kawhi had in the finals wasn't better than LeBron's performance in the finals when he lost Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving and was averaging 40 points, triple-double when he played Golden State.
You're right. It wasn't.
That was probably one of the best performances you ever want to see, but no one probably ever going to talk about it because he didn't win the title. Had he won the title, oh my God, we're talking. This would have been incredible. It would have been the greatest performance of all time in the finals.
Is LeBron the front runner, or is he coming for the final spot or his spot back as NBA MVP this season?
You know, LeBron he's got 4 MVPs, correct? He probably have at least 6. The best players never win the NBA MVP like they should.
Well,
Ever.
Well, not really. It happens.
No, because even back when Steve Nash won back-to-back years, he wasn't better than Shaq. He wasn't better than Kobe. He wasn't better than those guys, but he was winning the league MVPs. Like, he was that. Apparently, he was the most important player to his team.
Most valuable. That's the award.
I believe LeBron is the most valuable player to his team. I believe that. I think without him, the Lakers are a 30-31 team right now.
With Anthony Davis.
With Anthony Davis.
If they didn't
the Pelicans had Anthony Davis and were a 31 team every year.
Well, that's my next point. Without LeBron, they would still have some of the assets, or they might, improve in other places.
They would still have some bums around AD.
There's no telling who they would have.
AD don't make people better. LeBron makes people better. Giannis
makes people better.
I don't want to say he makes people better. He demands a lot of attention. So it creates other opportunities for people around him. I wouldn't say he creates other things for guys around him. Like LeBron creates other plays for guys that otherwise wouldn't have a career, like Damon Jones.
Well, that's borderline disrespectful.
No, it's not.
Said he wouldn't have a career.
You see what happened to the Miami when he left? Birdman. God, I can mention names. It's like, I don't want to be disrespectful, but you can mention names where it's like Mario Chalmers. Where are these guys at? Mario Chalmers plays across seas, for God's sakes.
I mean, what do you want? Like, these guys...
This is what I'm saying. He gave these guys a career. Tristan Thompson got $80 million thanks to LeBron. 4-year, $80 million? That guy worth $80 million. First of all, this guy's cheated on his wife more times in public than I've known anyone ever cheat on their wife, period.
They're still together, right? No, he left her for Chloe.
He didn't leave her.
Yeah,
No, I'm talking about his wife. I'm talking about Chloe. He's cheated on a Kardashian, the most publicized family in the world. He's going to go out in public and cheat on. He's not that smart. So I'm thinking he didn't deserve $80 million. I'm thinking he don't deserve $80 million. Is my point. So LeBron
average,
got that for him.
No, the average NBA player is in the league 3 to 4 years. Those guys was reached their max. That's what it was. 3 to 4 years.
You know what happened? LeBron left.
No, see, you personally give LeBron too much stake in things.
And when's the last time you talked? When's the last time you mentioned Kevin Love on this show?
He plays for the Cavs. How about that?
When's the last time you mentioned them?
But listen,
we only mention them when we're talking about LeBron.
Well, no, LeBron actually did him dirty. Hey, come to Cleveland, hey, and then leaves.
Got him a ring.
And then you're going to leave him in Cleveland
Got him
himself.
a ring.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted. He wanted to go to the playoffs, remember? Minnesota, he wasn't going to the playoffs.
He was also a double-double guy in Minnesota. Dominant.
He probably double-double guy now. We just don't know it. Why? Why is that? Because LeBron left.
No, man.
No one talks about the Cavs.
The Cavs are bad. They're bad.
Golden State's bad. People keep talking about them.
They're a poorly ran franchise, the Cavs.
The owner's terrible. He's second worst owner in the league.
The team is bad. Behind, you're talking about bad owners?
Yeah.
You said he's second?
Second in the league. There's only 2, and he's number 2.
I'm going Dolan in New York.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Dolan is the worst owner in NBA history.
Listen. It's a bold statement because we had the guy from the Clippers who destroyed his franchise.
He didn't destroy his franchise. He said some racist stuff.
Yeah,
he didn't destroy him.
His team was bad for years before that.
They were bad for a year before that.
Yeah, well.
What is his name? What was his name? Don Sterling.
Sterling?
Donald Sterling? Don Sterling? Something like that?
We can't just put Don in front of every bad,
Don Imus. Sterling?
We can't do that. We can't.
I'm pretty sure his name was Sterling. I mean, I know his name was Sterling, his last name. I think his first name was Don. He looks like a Don.
I'm going with him.
You know what made me mad? That dude he wasn't a good-looking guy either.
But you heard what Jay-Z said. There's no such thing as a rich billionaire.
His name is Donald Sterling. I just looked it up.
There's no such thing as a rich billionaire. I mean, an ugly billionaire.
I'm cute.
Yes.
That's a lie. I mean, he's his wife. His wife is good looking.
Exactly.
Yeah, he is. I mean, well, you got money.
There's no such thing as an ugly billionaire.
Yeah.
So he's the worst. And then we can put the next guy in there.
Dolan's still the worst. He's not an owner no more. You can't put him in that category. He's not an owner anymore. How can you say he's the worst NBA owner? He's not even an owner. He was the former owner.
You stated that he was the worst in history. So
Dolan?
No, yeah, you said
if we're sticking to basketball, he's the worst owner ever.
Sterling was in basketball, and he's bad. He's worse.
No, he said some bad things about a race. It don't make him a bad owner of a team.
The Clippers were terrible under his watch. They got rid of him.
They were getting better.
Great 3 years later.
They were getting better. He hired, for God's sakes, he hired Rivers.
So?
Black coach.
So what?
You ever said some things about a race that you kind of regretted? I have. Not regret it, but you didn't say it in front of anybody else. So that's why I didn't get out there.
And he's smart enough to know that it should have got out. It shouldn't have got out there.
Nah, them recordings got out there. He was mad at that girl, She ruined his life. There's always a woman that ruin your life.
You gonna blame the woman? He was wrong.
I'm a victim blamer. I'm a victim blamer. But back to LA, man. Your question was, is LeBron the MVP frontrunner? I think LeBron, I ain't going to say he reclaimed his dominance. He's always been dominant. And I ain't going to say he reclaimed his crown because I feel like he's always been the king of, been the face of the NBA for the last 17 years.
Yeah.
You want to hold off? You want to take a break quick or what?
Yeah, 'cause I don't know about that. You know what? We'll be right back after these quick messages. And remember, you're listening to Opinionated Facts on the RTF Sports Network. We'll be right back after these messages. And we're back. Remember, you're listening to Opinionated Facts on RTF Sports Network.com and your TCP production. Now, you going to say LeBron is the MVP frontrunner after this weekend?
I think, like I said, I don't think he ever took a back seat to anyone. LeBron's always the most valuable player on his team.
On his team, yes.
And he's always the most valuable player in the league. He can win it every year.
Why?
Except last year. Last year, his first year, I don't think he could have won it. But anytime after that, he probably could have won MVP at some point. He was somewhat in the conversation. For 14 out of the 17 seasons, he could have been in the conversation. That's how good he is. But my point is, he should have been in the conversation long before now. They thought it was a clear runaway with. Giannis because they were 50-8 at the time. Now he could be out for a few games.
He'll miss 2 games.
He'll be out for a few games, so that's going to decrease. That's going to narrow the race a little bit. He beat Kawhi recently, and all these voters care about is what's in their recent memory. So Kawhi misses a lot of games. You take that into to the factor. I don't think.
So you're saying he's winning by default?
No, I think he deserves it over Kawhi because he's readily available.
Oh, yeah, Kawhi's not in the mix.
And I think he's more important to his team than Giannis is to the Bucks.
You take Giannis off the Bucks, we're not making the playoffs.
Take LeBron off the Lakers, are not making the playoffs.
They might make the playoffs.
Why? Anthony Davis never did in New Orleans.
New Orleans is not LA.
Yeah, they're probably a better team. If you take LeBron off the Lakers team, the Pelicans are probably a better team.
Let's go number 2 on the Bucks is Middleton. Number 2 on the Lakers is Anthony Davis. Whenever LeBron or the Lakers step on the court, they have 2 of the top 3 players in that game. How many other players are better than LeBron James and Anthony Davis? You can maybe name 5. Exactly.
Where?
In the league.
As far as what?
How many? There's not too many players better than LeBron or Anthony Davis.
No, they're both top probably 6 in the league.
Exactly. So
2 top 6, 7 players in the
you
league.
have 2 in the top 6, then it's hard for you to win MVP.
That's what I'm saying. But AD was never even in the conversation when he played in New Orleans. He's only in the conversation now because he's on a winning team. And why is he on a winning team? Because who's on that team?
Because he came to the Lakers.
He could go to the Lakers.
That's why he's on a winning team.
Say LeBron's not on the Lakers team, but AD's there. Are they that much better? Are they better than the New Orleans Pelicans?
They're better than a Bucks team without Giannis. That's all I'm saying. They might not.
No, they're talented over there. Let's be clear. People don't say, "Oh, he don't have no superstar around them. It's just him." Them dudes all can ball. Middleton and Bledsoe and the DiVincenzo, whatever his name is, from Villanova. The guy from where's he from? He's a cross seas guy.
None of them guys are naming can match up to the Lakers.
I forget the other guy's name, but he's also they ball. They freaking ball. And they were like, "Oh, he don't have no other superstar." You know what? Giannis is not even a superstar.
Oh my God.
He's an all-star. He's an all-star.
Giannis not a superstar?
No, is he a superstar? No.
He's top 3 player
You know
in the
why
league.
he's not a superstar?
Top 3 in the league. He's not a superstar.
You know why I'm telling you he's not a superstar?
Why is Giannis not a superstar?
First of all, because no one can pronounce his last name.
Antetokounmpo.
Exactly. Nobody can pronounce his last name. Number 2, he's a small market. Can't sell it. Can't sell it. He's got to go to New York. Got to go to L.A.
No, he don't.
He goes to Chicago. He goes anywhere but Milwaukee. It's a small market. You're not marketable over there.
Now, here's the thing.
Everybody cares about their brand. Everybody now. Everywhere they go, people go now. It's about their brand.
Giannis cares about championships.
And he hasn't won one.
He's on the verge of trying to win one this year.
And he may not.
Being the top seeded team in the NBA.
They may be the top seeded.
So the finals are going to have to go to.
LeBron's been top seeded in the league a lot of times, and he ain't won the championship those years.
You're talking about a small market. Like, for example, I understand what you're saying somewhat because nobody knew how good Anthony Davis was until he got to LA, and people was like, "Oh my God!"
People knew how good he was. They just didn't know that.
They never saw him. They never watched. So like people who was in the know knew how good he was, but other than that, they didn't. Now
people know who Zion is. Everybody. He plays in that same market.
He came in as a star,
like I said, and so Anthony Davis number one pick too.
Giannis is turning Milwaukee into that place where you don't have to be a top 5 market to have games on national TV.
Yet no superstars going there.
He's a superstar.
Like he was drafted by them. No superstars going there.
No, I agree with that.
He ain't getting no. He's not. He can't even get a Jimmy Butler over there right now.
But he don't need him.
And he's a bum.
He don't need him. His team has the best record in the NBA.
They play in the East.
Yes, we know that.
They play in the East.
So what?
Put that Lakers team in the East, and we're talking maybe 55-5.
The disrespect is
60-5.
The East is in shambles right now. What's going on in Brooklyn?
There's some bums over there.
What's going on in Brooklyn?
Yeah, so Brooklyn, they fired their coach
after taking a team to the playoffs last year.
And no one really knows that guy's name. Like this last name's Atkinson.
Good coach.
Is he? No one knows his name.
He took a team of no-name guys to the playoffs last year.
Yeah, I don't think he got enough credit. That's the worst thing about getting superstars to come play on your team.
But he don't have the superstars yet.
When your expectation go up. Now, I feel like he was underachieving this year. They had a team last year without Kyrie and without KD that made the playoffs. So expectations, regardless if Kyrie's playing, regardless if KD's playing, it's in their mind. We got these superstars. It's in everybody's mind over there. So you see that record, 29-30 or whatever the record is. Like, oh, we suck, and we got these guys. They're not playing. Kyrie, he's always hurt. He's done. Kyrie, I want to say something. Kyrie has been a problem everywhere he's went. Why is it that he's been a problem everywhere he went?
He has not been a problem he wasn't a problem in Cleveland.
He was a problem in Cleveland. He wanted out after they won a championship.
Well, he wanted his own show.
The most disrespectful thing I've ever seen to this day.
How's it disrespectful?
Because everybody wants to try to go repeat with the same team they just had. You're telling me that you're upset because the best player that's ever lived is getting a little more shine than you? That's what you're mad about?
No, that's not what he was mad about. He's probably happy.
He wanted somebody. He wanted to go somewhere where the focal point was more around him, and they gave him that in Boston. You know what? They look like crap.
It didn't.
Everywhere he
didn't
went,
turn out well for him.
Nowhere it's turning out well for him.
Brooklyn's still up in the air. He got hurt this year. What can he do?
He gets hurt every time. Every year after he's left LeBron, he's gotten hurt. He's got to do more. Now the body can't take it. He's not the guy, yo. These people be really thinking that they the guy. Like everyone think they see LeBron doing it, they think it's so easy. Like everybody wants that.
Why do you?
This guy's a generational talent.
Why do you bring back LeBron into this?
LeBron's relevant to everybody in the league. He's the reason why some people ain't make the finals yet. He's the reason why some people ain't got championship. He's the only sole reason why some people do have championships and multiple ones.
He's not.
He's a reason for a lot of things that go on in the NBA. A lot.
He's not the focal point for everybody. You said
we haven't talked about a story yet that hadn't brought LeBron's name up at all.
This is the first time we talked about LeBron in a long time.
But my point is, we're talking all NBA stuff right now, and his name is tied to something that we mention every time.
You tied him in. He had nothing to do with. He had nothing to do with Kyrie.
He had everything to do with it.
No, he don't.
Kyrie's career is not going the way Kyrie thought after he left Cleveland. Is it? He wanted to go to Boston and be the focal point, so he went.
He's been hurt. He
looked terrible in Boston.
I wouldn't say terrible.
He looked terrible in Boston.
Yeah, good nights.
He had good nights. Wow. So because he's the guy who he is. So if LeBron had that same type season,
here we go.
What would we be saying?
He had some good nights.
What would you be saying?
Good nights.
You'd be like, LeBron lost it. He ain't the guy no more.
I would
That's
never.
The same thing.
You never think that about Kyrie. Kyrie is he's box office, like Stephen A. would say.
Box office to what? To being bums?
No.
What's the name of that movie?
No.
From one bum to another?
No. Kyrie is a.
What's the name of the movie? He's box office, like Stephen A. would say. What is the name of that movie?
Kyrie is 25-7 every time he steps on the court for a season.
From champ to bum.
No. Even if you say he's a bum,
From champ to chump.
he took Boston to the Super let's just say Super Bowl. He took Boston to the championship.
No, he did not. He was hurt.
Playoffs.
He was hurt. Remember, they made that run without Kyrie. He didn't take him nowhere.
They were in contention because
They
of Kyrie.
made that run without Kyrie. They didn't need him. That's why they got rid of him. See where he's at now? Brooklyn.
He wanted to go. He left.
He had to go.
He was a free agent.
He had to go.
He was a free agent.
They didn't offer him. They went and got Kemba. They said, you know what? We'd rather have Kemba than have you.
No, they did not. Kemba sucks.
No, they said they'd
Kemba
rather
does not-
have
yeah,
Kemba.
I apologize for that. Kemba does not suck, but this guy is getting me in all of my emotions over here. Kemba, you do not suck, Kemba.
No,
But
he sucks.
No, he's just not Kyrie.
You're right. He's leading his team way better.
He's not leading that team over there. They got one of the best young players in the world in Jason
He
Tatum.
just recently started going off. Now they want to give Tatum all the credit. Stop.
Tatum is a bad boy.
Kemba's been doing it for a long time.
Tatum is better. Tatum is the focal point of that team. He's the franchise player. Over there?
We are limited to what we call franchise players now, man.
Oh,
That's a
my
shame.
God.
I guess he's a superstar too now.
Are you going to build that team around Kemba?
Kemba's too old. I'm going with Tatum because he's a younger guy
Kemba's not that old.
by default. Kemba's old as hell.
Kemba's
Played on that UConn team years ago. That was his fourth season, wasn't it? He's a 4-year player over there, UConn.
I'm saying he's not old as in NBA old.
Yes, he is.
Let's get our
He's
stat
like
guy.
30. He's like 32.
Look up Kemba's age, man.
Yeah, he's
Kemba
probably
is-
32.
Kemba is not that old of
I
an
bet
NBA
you
star.
Kemba Walker. I bet you any amount of money Kemba Walker is like 30. He's got to be 30 something.
Bottom
No
line,
way he's not 30 something.
bottom line,
There's no way he's not. He was born May 8th, so he'll be 30 in May.
all right, so he's not 30 yet.
That's old. 30. Anything over 24 now, 25 in the NBA, you're a veteran.
He's only been in the league.
People have been in the league for LeBron at 24 years old is in the league 6 years.
He like you just said, he went 4 years of college.
That's what I
Anyway,
mean.
the focal point of that team is going to be Jason Tatum. We agree on that. You just want to argue.
Jason Tatum can't even go out and drink yet. He's 20 years old.
He's a 20-year-old stud.
He's okay. He has his nights.
Yeah, he's
Like Kyrie, he has his nights.
No, he's leading that team.
He has his nights.
He's leading that team. But back to Atkinson.
He was down the raw deal a little bit just because he wasn't given the team that he was supposed to be given or have to see what he could do. I think they should have gave him a little leadway because they're not healthy, and it is what it is. But if there's any truth to the story, then we're saying he didn't want to coach Kyrie or KD, superstars or whatever case may be. Does anyone want to coach Kyrie? I don't.
Or KD.
I would love to coach KD. KD gonna give you 110. Kyrie gonna try. That's the difference.
KD gonna try.
No, KD gonna give you 110. Kyrie's gonna try.
KD's a bad boy. Let's not get twisted.
KD will do whatever you ask him to do.
KD will. KD is. People forget how good KD is.
No, people don't forget how good KD. Stop.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna give you my reasons why I wouldn't want to coach KD or Kyrie when we come back from break.
Okay,
But
that's nice.
you listen to Opinionated Facts on RTF Sports Network.com. Make sure you keep tuning in. We'll be right back after these messages. And we're back. You're listening to Opinionated Facts on the RTF Sports Network.com, also a TCP production. Now, the reason why I wouldn't want to coach. Now, we're both coaches here, you know. We both coach at you know, Red coaches at the college level, myself coach at the high school level.
And sometimes I don't want to coach. Even we have some good players, and I don't want to coach sometimes.
Exactly. When you have divas, all-stars, they're just harder to coach. They don't want to listen. They could rub off on the other players. Now that other player don't want to listen. Now we got a cancer that's spreading.
But you also have championships, maybe.
Maybe. But without them two guys, he's taking an underachieving team and making them achieve, and then he has a job and a couple more checks, a couple more years until they get tired of that, and then they'll fire him after maybe 6-7 years.
No one lasts that long.
Now you get a KD and Kyrie. If you don't get it done, you're out of there in a year. Before the year even starts, he's gone. That's why I would just keep my distance from coaching any superstars.
I mean, I don't know. Like, the Wayne Casey kind of was down the raw deal, I believe, as well. When he got fired after getting Coach of the Year with DeRozan, we ain't heard his name since he left Toronto.
He thought he was playing well for San Antonio.
San Antonio sucks. So no, he ain't doing anything.
You gonna say they suck? I mean,
Kawhi comes up there with new coach. That new coach wins it in 1 year, and boom, he's a stud. He's a stud. Kawhi's a stud. Everybody's a stud up there. Because they played a team that lost 40% of their scoring.
Well, that new coach is getting it done because they're still competing.
They're competing, but they have a good team. They got Siakam, Lowry still there, man. Like they got some players over there. In the East again, might add.
Yeah,
playing bums every night.
You in this East thing, man. Now when LeBron was in the East,
the best player in the world is in the East. That's different.
when LeBron was in the East, and I kept telling you the East was bad.
When LeBron
you had every defense.
No, my point was when LeBron was in the East and you had Paul George in the East, there were some players over there.
Paul George wasn't in the East in years.
People were being disrespectful. What do you mean? He played for Indiana for years against LeBron.
And he's been gone for years.
He's been gone for a whole 4 seasons.
That's a long time.
It's not that long.
Man, I didn't have a beard 4 years ago.
4 seasons ago? Like, LeBron, people were still in the East, man.
LeBron had a full hairline.
Giannis was in the East then.
LeBron had a full hairline.
Giannis was in the East then.
He was baby Giannis.
Stop. There's always excuses. When you put LeBron back in that East where Dwayne Wade was playing when he was playing against Miami, the East was loaded.
No.
They were loaded.
The East
was loaded. Now you take Paul George, Kawhi, LeBron, all out of the East in the same year. A couple years. Like that's it turns into bad basketball.
Because you're disrespecting.
You had the Sixers over there with Joel Embiid and Simmons. You had them over there.
The Raptors.
You had the
Celtics.
It was a shame what LeBron did to the Raptors every year. It was like, oh, they're just such a good team.
Because the East was bad back then.
Sweep them. He would sweep them.
The East was
terrible.
This is
the team in the league. This is the team with the best record in the league. Gets swept by a guy.
That tells you
back-to-back years.
That tells you how bad the East was.
No, it tells you LeBron's the best player in the world. No. It don't matter what your record is.
No, I don't know why you think that.
Again, back to LeBron. We can't have a basketball conversation without LeBron being topic of conversation.
We can't have a basketball conversation with you without it coming back to LeBron.
You said, LeBron played the East. You brought it up.
Because that was you.
Because you know. Everything I'm saying right now is fact. Everything I said to you about the East back then was facts.
The East is still
Dwayne Wade was over there. Paul George was over there. Then Kawhi came over eventually, but LeBron was already gone. Like, the East wasn't bad.
The East was bad
Giannis
then,
was over there.
And it's bad now.
Giannis was over there. Not Jokic, he's in the West. I don't know why I thought Jokic.
The East was bad then, and it's bad now. That's all I'm saying.
Who else we got over there?
Now?
Just saying, who else is over there?
I just gave you about 4 quality teams that you consider terrible.
Bums.
And it's definitely not the West, but I'm saying don't try to sugarcoat it. Now that LeBron left, you think it's okay to say the East is bad.
I'm telling you that they lost a lot of talent, and a lot of good talent went to the West.
Listen, when KD and Kyrie get back next year, the East is going to be back.
The East is still going to be terrible. They just have 3 good teams. They'll be top 3. They'll be heavy like they always are. They're top heavy every year. them top 3 teams, and after that, it'd be 32 and 50 teams making the playoffs.
No.
They'd be like 38 and 40, some change, and there's below 500 teams in the East that make the playoffs.
Yeah, there are.
They're bums.
But I'm saying they've been bums. I don't know why
There's no surprise with that.
You're saying they're bums now. I'm saying they've been bums since.
No, they haven't.
The last 10 years, probably.
No.
But when KD and Kyrie are healthy, it's going to make the East more competitive. That's all I'm saying.
Kyrie might be gone next year from the Nets. He's just not a good person to have in your locker room, man. He's Rajon Rondo all over again.
Why are you
he's a diva.
Why are you spreading these false narratives about Kyrie?
He's not good to have around. He comes off as a nice person, like we all think, he's cool, he seems cool. He's a jerk.
You see, talking like you know the guy.
Nah, he is. He's a jerk. He goes to Cleveland, they win a championship, he wants to leave right away.
That's why
I want to be the focal point. I don't care about that. Now you do what you want. He believes in himself. He thinks he's the Mamba mentality next coming of age or whatever. And he's not. He's Kyrie Irving. He's half black, half Cherokee or something. His mom was Indian. Like, what the hell? You ever met a good Indian basketball player, man?
Yeah.
Who? This guy's doing research to figure out who he is. He don't know who he wants to be. That's why he got to search for who he is.
I don't know why you have this personal vendetta against...
It's not personal, man. It's never personal.
You sound personal. I don't know what
I'm just tired of the guy getting a free pass from people. Like, he's a nice guy. He's okay. At sometimes he's okay. But when he first left Cleveland and he had those interviews with people and he's going around like, what's with the move? It was out of nowhere, like you just built this thing up in your head and you wanted to leave. Like, what's going on? And he's like, I ain't got to answer nobody. I got one daddy. Like, and he was like, well, did you at least call LeBron? It was a respect thing. And this